How's it going, guys? Back out here in the shop. I started cleaning the stuff from cutworm. Well, actually I cleaned everything minus the wires so far. They cleaned one wire, and man are they bright. Part of one wire. So cleaned off the front of the box, cleaned off the whole distributor, cleaned off the cap, made sure everything was good inside. I'm gonna clean those wires, then we're gonna hook that whole system up and spin it and fire it up and watch it work. Make sure everything is good. If not, we'll find out what's not good and rectify it. The only thing I can't make look the way it came was the vacuum advance. I can clean it and clear coat it, or I can replace it or put a delete in there. I haven't decided, so we'll work on that. I'm looking at the manifolds. After a lot of discussions with the AMC guys, the factory free flows with factory headers, these aren't log type manifolds, so which would be equivalent to like the high outputs on the Pontiacs. Okay, they're cast iron headers with all individual tubes running down. As you can see, they have to split them. You can see it. Probably can't see that down there on my flashlight. You can look at it there. They flow equal to a set of shorties, and you lose a little from a set of full lengths when you get to the mid and upper range. But the benefits are you can still deal with the starter. There's just too many pros to go with this set on this application, and there are cons. Okay, no head is dragging. I can deal with the starter even though we got a mini starter. They do say that the 73 to 80, I think it is, are the best ones. These are 74s. These are a hair bit newer, and when I'm looking at them I can see the difference. I don't know if you guys could see. They all have the air injection ports, but this air injection port is deeper down in and it's clear around it. This one right here is just a shelf on a wall, so this actually has more room to flow. They have it shaped pretty nice around the dog leg. Actually, these are nicer than a set of headers. Any set of headers you buy, you have to finish off this dog leg, and that's very important for the head, for the flow. So mine, I had to actually put layers of weld on there, grind this till it fit, gasket matched it, and then I had to machine my headers down. That's what's on my wagon. So I would have had to do that again. These actually, you take these injection tubes off, you seal them, you do whatever you're going to do. Can make them a little prettier on the outside. This one's already modified. As you can see, it's got pretty much a regular flange. It's thin right here. I did that. I was going to put these on my wagon when I built my wagon, as opposed to having the big notch on it. And that one, I think the notch was actually even bigger than this. So it gives you more clearance. The problem with these are, on the small cars, they never used a free-flowing header type on the right side. It was a free-flowing header on the left side and a log type on the right side, which gives you no power whatsoever. The log types are 69 and older. What you have to do is you have to grind what I did. Some people will mill this from 0 to 10 thousandths here to tip it towards the block of hair, or some people just do what I did here, and they actually just have to put a little notch in the bracket for the rear strut rod, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. These measure not quite 2.5, right, but they're 100 thousandths bigger than 2 1/4. So they recommend you could actually sit here and open them up. There's room to do it, to bring them 2.5, so you can run 2.5 pipes right off them. Okay. And they show you to round this off if you really want to get some flow out of it. And you can go on the site, you can see the actual flow numbers as they alter some of this stuff and whatever it is. But it's definitely a nice shape, or a nice flow from here to here. AMC definitely did a good job with that setup. I would definitely remove some of this, make them look a little prettier. People actually remove most of this hump. They say you could do it because it's as thick as you see from here to here. You can actually round them over with a grinder if you want. I might do that just to make them look a little prettier. I might not. But if I leave them, I will fill these in with weld and machine them smooth, because this is regular steel and it'll bite onto the cast iron enough for a machine, just for a look. You know what I mean? You're not actually doing it to seal it. They're all plugged already. So it's actually just to make it look like it was machined flat. We'll decide. So we are going to go with these manifolds, which is good. Which is definitely good. I have, from the same car, I got the original Y pipe and the exhaust right to the muffler. So basically what a lot of people do is they'll use the first part of the Y pipe till it comes down, and they just hack it off, and then they increase the pipe size. So they actually step it up to, if they use 2 1/4, they step it right up to 2 1/2. Go to the muffler, and coming out of the muffler they go to 3-inch, what they call ease to atmosphere. So that's probably what we're going to go with. Will we lose a couple of horsepower? Absolutely. I'm not trying to bullshit you or myself. What will affect what we're trying to do. So this one will leave basically the same, except like I said, we'll fill in these squares, then make them look like those right there. I don't know if I'm going to round them over or not. This one here, I'm going to get rid of some of this casting, without a doubt. That's for the tin shield for the heat riser. So we'll get rid of some of that and make it look a little nicer. They say it doesn't affect anything. So, but that's what we're going to wind up going with. And like I said, we'll fill these in, make it look like this. Then we'll clean them up. I don't know how big the tubes are inside, but they're pretty beefy. They're definitely beefy. A lot beefier than you guys could see. So like I said, I don't have a light here to show you. But these are individual tubes. And there's a third tube, so there is 3 tubes when you look in here. And then the 4th tube there's the divider. You definitely can't see without a light, and I don't have a light here. So I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. I think we'll be good. It will definitely be good. We'll work on that while we have not much to do. Got to send out the crank. That's basically what I have to do at this point. Then we can get moving again. We're almost done digging over there. We did a lot of it on Memorial Day. So I'm pushing for this weekend to complete what we have to do. That's what we're going to attempt to do. At least get the brunt of it done, where the tent is moved and everything is moved and everything's good to go. Been driving the Concord pretty much every day since we did the tire swap. I have 300 miles on the tires. So that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna turn this off, look at a couple more things. Gotta bring home my headstands. Obviously these have to be cleaned and gone through, but